Yo, what's up, everybody? Have control. I'm gonna basically send this to a few friends so that I can get you know, yeah, there you go. So I can put something to send. Let's say a link. Yeah, there you go. So I can, yeah. So there it is. So yeah, I'm gonna basically let me open up chat so that I can, I don't know, just chat. So I'm gonna basically watch something funny. I wanna watch it in this account, so because it's got an interesting feed, funny feed, I suppose. Not funny like in a very conventional sense, but yeah. This is a video that I started watching. It was funny. Like I was watching it while I was eating food. But I decided to keep this as thumbnail is pretty good. B-deal and Indian environment. B-deal. I don't know what that is. I had to make a 35-minute film by myself. It's pretty good. I would want to watch this type of videos, but I don't know. Not now. Actually, I already have a video ready with me to watch. Yeah, so I've opened up history. Yeah, this is the video. GR hypothesis. It's a funny video.
And killers alike. The chair
Let's
the
go.
chair hypothesis. That's a creative one. Bet you're having a lot of fun with the random word generator.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, I am. Cheers.
Shit.
Secondly, you're here now, so take a seat. It's about time I introduce you to the chair hypothesis. The hypothesis that states chairs are greater than the universe. Frankly, if you don't hear what I have to say, you don't have a leg to stand on. Unlike a chair, that is. They've got four. Alright, whatever. What makes a chair so good, anyway? Guy Wojciech and Nathan Novemsky developed a study which shows strong evidence for an asymmetrical hedonic contrast between pain and pleasure. And now in English. Sad for
Wait a minute, just be right back. I think I know what I have to do now.
feel worser than
Let's actually react to this song for a little while. Let me open up a new tab and maybe I should just not. Okay, let me just open this up.
happy feel good. Alright, glad that's out of the way. When people experienced something shit, like 6-minute voice notes, and then something nice, like a fucking text message, the bad feeling shaped their reactions to the good thing more strongly. Fucking more strongly. For some practical and non-chair related advice, and yes, you're getting spoiled here, giving bad news first and then good news after relies on this same principle. Hit people over the head with a brick and then bandage it afterwards, not the other way around, cheers. But in other words, people's minds and bodies pay more attention to pain because it feels more visceral than joy does. This, funnily enough, is basically the founding principle of utilitarianism. The moral philosophy that says the best thing to do is whatever reduces the most suffering for the most people. Bentham and Mill wrote about it with big words and those cool white little wigs, but at its core it's simply pain bad, less pain good. Pleasure great and more pleasure.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Plain bad, pain bad. Wait, what?
Pain bad, less pain good. Pleasure great and more pleasure is fucking sick. And if the human brain is wired to care more about avoiding suffering than chasing joy, then maybe the most wired to care more about avoiding suffering than
Event Horizon, is that a film? Clearly is a film. 1997. One of the great. It must have been a disaster, I suppose. Never mind.
Than chasing joy, then maybe the most moral thing in the universe wasn't Margaret Thatcher after all. Although she was close.
Most what?
Wasn't Margaret Thatcher after all. Although she was
Margaret Thatcher.
close. Ding dong, eh? Nor is it an enlightened guru sitting underneath a tree, no matter how cool he looks. But it's the thing that stops your legs dying from beneath you. Stay with me, alright? If you accumulate all of the minor sufferings you've inflicted on others, intentional or not, then compare that with the pain the average chair has alleviated in its lifetime, which
Elevated means nikal dena, na? Come on. Let's see. Okay, you will anyway be bored. Alleviated. Elevated meaning. Let's see. Oh, come on. Severe. Fair enough.
is longer than yours because you're gonna die soon.
Oh,
Lifetime, which is longer than yours because you're gonna die soon.
and guess what's not gonna die?
And you start to notice something strange. The asymmetric hedonic contrast shows humans hate pain more than they like pleasure.
Asymmetric what? Never mind.
Strange.
Must have been a way
The
up.
asymmetric hedonic contrast shows humans hate pain more than they like pleasure. And if the sole purpose of a chair is to reduce pain and you just cut somebody off in traffic for the 5th time this week, and you conveniently drive a fucking BMW. No, it's fine. I'm alright. But most chairs in the world would have a higher moral value than you. And the
What? Still have a higher moral value than. Whoa, whoa.
world would feel the loss of the average chair more than the moral loss of you.
Okay.
Oh, that's silly, Scrawn. If we lose a chair, we could always just make another one.
Guess what? If we lose you, we will always just make a.
Alright, no. Let's abandon that line of thought quickly, shall we? But in response to learning that chairs might hold more moral value than us, one might argue that the crux lies in our individuality. That each human is unique with an irreplaceable consciousness. That within every mind lies a private universe, infinitely complex and endlessly self-aware, made anatomically with the finger of God. Incomprehensible sophistication bound together by entire civilizations of cells. Their sole purpose being to keep your thinking machine running. Thinking machines responsible for propagating all of human history, infused into a saga of the most thrilling dramas imaginable. Good versus evil, perseverance against impossible odds. Nothing exists that rivals the complexity of the human condition or the absurdity of our stories. This video idea was stupid, and Scrawn is fucking stupid. Yeah, you're right. It was all a bit silly, really. But come on, humour me for a second. Aren't the building blocks of chairs just as mystifying as what composes humans and mantises alike?
No.
There are 10 to the fuck atoms in the average wooden dining chair, ranging from carbon atoms
That's a good line. 10 to the power fuck.
to oxygen, and from oxygen to hydrogen. Each of these atoms has its own formation of subatomic particles differing in electromagnetism from one to the other, providing the atoms with different properties. One cannot breathe carbon because only oxygen has the valent electrons needed to bind to the iron molecules in hemoglobin.
What?
Well, and carbon monoxide does, but I'd refrain from using it as a substitute for now. You'll die. Stop it, please. But even said valent electrons, and all electrons for that matter, exist probabilistically, living here and there and every fucking where. An impossible universe made from willow and oak trees.
It's like a theory that exists. I don't know. About. What is it? Wave function. Collapse. Yeah. Wait, let me. It's a fundamental concept in quantum mechanics that describes how a quantum system transitions from superposition of multiple states to a single defined state upon measurement. Whoa. Wave function collapse means whoa. नॉर्मल बात करो ना यार ये सब क्या छोड़ो
trees whose lineage stretches back to the beginning of life on land. From tree to wood, and from wood to chair. From chair to atom, and from atom to complete madness. If you're ever so pleased looking at the cell wriggle around for a little bit, take a look at a fucking electron, mate. Looking at the cell wriggle
This is a good
and from
line.
wood to chair. From chair
Chair
to atom, and from atom to complete madness. If you're ever so pleased looking at the cell wriggle around for a little bit, take a look at a fucking...
It's like how exaggeration works. Wait, let me. Like, if done correctly. That's what it does. Never mind.
electron, mate. Wherever it happens to be. An electron, the supposed cornerstone of reality, refuses to behave like anything built for human understanding. Of reality refuses to behave like anything built for human understanding. It exists as a smeared out probability wave. A shrug from a universe that never expected clever primates to get this far. When unobserved, it hums in symphonies of uncertainty, influencing and being influenced by everything else doing the same uncertain dance. But the very act of observing it alone collapses its infinite possibilities into one mundane position. A wise man once said that when the cosmos can't choose if it wants to be art or physics, she leaves remnants of her indecision in electrons. Or physics, she leaves remnants of her indecision in electrons. That wise man being me, of course. They orbit nothing, they define everything, and make a mockery of our tidy notions of cause and effect. And if something so foundational and so absurdly tiny can defy logic at every turn, then perhaps, just perhaps, a chair isn't as inanimate as we once thought.
What? Defy logic say inanimate.
Why was I talking about electrons again? Oh, right. A young man by the name of Arik Bok, descendant of Genghis Khan, gathered his supporters at the capital of Karakorum for a ceremony.
Whoa. Karakorum? Karakorum? This guy is okay. Actually a thing. I thought Karakorum. Never mind.
Ceremony known as the Kurultai, 1260 AD, leaving his older brother Kublai, who was campaigning in China, in the dark.
Kublai? Actually having a brother? कहाँ है भाई? चंगेज खान? हाँ ये रहा. इसका कोई भाई भी है क्या? छोड़ो तो होगा बेंच.
Kublai convened his own people to perform another Kurultai, meaning two people had claimed to the authority of the Mongol Empire, kicking off the Tolweed Civil War, which irreparably fractured the largest contiguous land empire in history. The empire bleeding from the power represented by one